I started driving for Uber in early 2025, right after quitting a factory job that had me working 12-hour shifts with barely any days off. I lived just outside a medium-sized Midwestern city, big enough to stay busy on weekends, but surrounded by miles of farmland, woods, and half-abandoned industrial zones. Driving at night was my choice. Less traffic, less fake small talk. And honestly, nights paid better. I'd done thousands of rides by that point. I knew the patterns: bar crowds around midnight, airport runs early morning, college kids on weekends. You learn when to expect trouble and when not to. That night felt like one of the quiet ones. It was a Tuesday, a little after 2:10 a.m. I was already tired and thinking about calling it a night when my phone buzzed with one last request. No surge, no rating preview. Pickup location, an access road near an old industrial park. The rider's name was just one letter. J. No profile picture. That gave me pause. Riders without names weren't unheard of, but usually there was at least a photo or some ride history. I hovered my finger over the screen for a second. Then I told myself I was being paranoid. I accepted. The pickup was about 5 minutes away. As I drove, the city lights slowly disappeared behind me. The road narrowed, street lights thinning out until there were none at all. Warehouses loomed on either side, most of them boarded up or covered in graffiti. When I arrived, my headlights swept across the road. No one was there. I slowed to a crawl, checked the app. The pin was right on top of me. I rolled forward a little, then hit the brakes when I saw movement near the edge of the light. A man stepped into view. He was tall, thin, dressed in dark clothes that almost blended into the shadows. No phone in his hands, no waving, just standing there, facing my car. Something about him made my chest tighten. I rolled down the window halfway. "You Jay?" I asked. He nodded once, no smile, no greeting. He walked to the rear passenger side door and got in. He closed the door gently, like he didn't want to make a sound. As soon as he sat down, the air in the car felt different, heavier, colder. I started the ride and glanced at the destination. No address, just a pin. Deep in the wooded area outside the city. Estimated time, 27 minutes. "That's a bit out there," I said casually. "Just confirming this drop-off is right?" "Yeah," he replied. His voice was calm, almost flat. Not drunk, not nervous, just empty. I pulled onto the main road. For the first few minutes, neither of us spoke. I checked the rearview mirror. He was sitting perfectly still, hands folded in his lap, staring straight ahead at the back of my seat, not looking out the window, not at a phone, just watching. I tried to break the silence. "Long night?" I asked. A few seconds passed before he answered. "I don't stay anywhere long." Something about that sentence stuck with me. The way he said it felt rehearsed, like he'd said it many times before. I chuckled nervously. "Yeah, I get that." He didn't respond. 10 minutes into the ride, the GPS flickered. The route changed. No alert, no sound, just updated. The pin moved farther off the main road, deeper into an area I knew had no houses, just woods and old service paths. I frowned. "Looks like the destination updated on me." "That's fine," he said. "Just keep driving." The road narrowed into cracked pavement, then gravel. Trees pressed in on both sides, swallowing my headlights. There were no signs, no mile markers, just darkness. I felt that familiar instinct kick in, the one you get when something isn't right, even if you can't explain why. Then he said, "Pull over." I slowed automatically. "Here?" "Yes." There was no shoulder, no driveway, just trees and dirt. I stopped anyway. The engine idled loudly in the silence. Neither of us moved. Then he asked, "Do you lock your doors when you drive at night?" My hands tightened on the steering wheel. Yeah, usually." "Good," he said. "Most drivers don't." My heart started racing. I glanced at the app again. The ride timer was still going, but the rider's name was gone. Where J had been was now blank. No name, no icon. "Hey," I said, trying to keep my voice steady. "What's going on?" He leaned forward slightly, his face just close enough that I could see his reflection clearly in the mirror. "You weren't supposed to accept this ride," he said. "What do you mean?" "This ride wasn't meant for you." I swallowed hard. "Then who was it for?" He smiled. Not wide, not aggressive, just slow, deliberate. "You'll figure that out." I didn't wait to hear more. I slammed the car into drive and hit the gas. Gravel sprayed as the car lurched forward, headlights bouncing wildly over the trees. My heart was pounding so hard I felt dizzy. I checked the mirror. He wasn't yelling, wasn't reaching for anything. He was just watching me drive, like this was part of the plan. The GPS went completely black. No map, no route, just a spinning loading symbol. Come on," I muttered, tapping the screen. Then he spoke again. "They're usually faster." "Who?" I snapped. "The other drivers." My stomach dropped. As we rounded a bend, something darted across the road ahead. I slammed the brakes. The car screeched to a stop. My headlights showed empty road. No animal, no person. I was breathing hard, chest burning. Then I realized something was wrong. The weight in the back seat was gone. I looked in the mirror. The seat was empty. The doors were still locked. I didn't hear him open anything. He was just gone. I didn't think. I didn't check anything. I turned the car around and drove, faster than I ever had on that road. I didn't slow down until I hit a well-lit gas station nearly half an hour later. I parked and just sat there, hands shaking. I checked the app. No active trip, no ride history, no record that the ride had ever existed. Uber support gave me the usual explanation. App glitch, canceled ride, system error. They told me there was nothing to worry about. I knew better. 2 weeks later, I saw a local news article. A rideshare driver had been found dead in a wooded area just outside the city. His car abandoned on a service road. No signs of robbery, no witnesses. The article mentioned one detail that made my stomach turn. His last accepted ride had no rider name, just a single letter. I stopped driving nights after that. And I never accept rides without a full profile, because sometimes when your phone pings in the dark, that ride wasn't meant for you.